right. Let's see. Chapter 45. These are the points about which Crassius just now jocosely questioned me when he said that I treated them divinely and praised what I did as being meritoriously done in the causes of Manius Aquilus, Caius Norbanus, and some others. But really, Crassius, when such arts are adopted by you in pleading, I used to feel terrified. Such power of mind, such impetuosity, such passion is expressed in your eyes, your countenance, your gesture, and even in your very fingers. Such a torrent is there of the most emphatic and best chosen words. Such noble thoughts, so just, so new, so free from all disguise or puerile embellishment, that you seem not only to me to fire the judge, but to be yourself on fire. Nor is it possible that the judge should feel concern or hate or envy or fear in any degree, or that he should be moved to compassion and tears, unless all these sensations which the orator would awaken in the judge shall appear to be deeply felt and experienced by the orator himself. For if a counterfeit passion were to be assumed, and if there were nothing in a speech of that kind but what was false and simulated, still greater art would perhaps be necessary. What is the case with you, however, Crassius, or with others, I do not know. As to myself, there is no reason why I should say what is false to men of your great good sense and friendship for me. I never yet, upon my honor, tried to excite sorrow or compassion or envy or hatred when speaking before a court of judicature, but I myself, in rousing the judges, was affected with the very same sensations that I wished to produce in them. For it is not easy to cause the judge to be angry with him with whom you desire him to be angry, if you yourself appear to take the matter coolly, or to make him hate him whom you wish him to hate, unless he first see you burning with hatred, nor will he be moved to pity unless you give him plain indications of your own acute feelings by your expression, sentiments, tone of voice, look, and finally by sympathetic tears. For as no fuel is so combustible as to kindle without the application of fire, so no disposition of mind is so susceptible of the impressions of the orator as to be animated to strong feeling unless he himself approach it full of inflammation and ardor. 46. And that it may not appear to you extraordinary and astonishing that a man should so often be angry, so often grieve, and be so often excited by every passion of the mind, especially in other men's concerns, there is such force, let me assure you, in those thoughts and sentiments which you apply, handle, and discuss in speaking, that there is no occasion for simulation or deceit. For the very nature of the language which is adopted to move the passions of others moves the orator himself in a greater degree than any one of those who listen to him. That we may not be surprised, too, that this happens in causes and criminal trials, and that danger of our friends and before a multitude in the city and in the forum, where not only our reputation for ability is at stake, for that might be a slight consideration, although when you have professed to accomplish what few can do, it is not wholly to be neglected, but where other things of greater importance are concerned, fidelity, duty to our clients, and earnestness in discharging that duty. We are so much moved by our considerations that even while we defend the merest strangers, we cannot regard them as strangers if we wish to be thought honest men ourselves. But, as I said, that this may not appear surprising in us. What can be more fictitious than poetry, than theatrical representations, than the argument of a play? Yet on the stage I myself often observed the eyes of the actor through his mask appear inflamed with fury while he was repeating these verses. Have you then dared to separate him from you, or enter Salamis without your brother, and dreaded not your father's countenance? He never uttered the word countenance, but Telamon seemed to me to be distracted with rage and grief for his son. And how, lowering his voice to a tone of sorrow, did he appear to weep and bewail as he exclaimed, whom, childless now in the decline of life, you have afflicted and bereaved and killed, regardless of your brother's death, regardless of his young son entrusted to your keeping. And even the player who pronounced these verses every day could not yet pronounce them efficiently without a feeling of real grief. Can you suppose that Pacuvius when he wrote them was in a cool and tranquil state of mind. Such could not be the case, for I have often heard that no man can be a good poet, as they say is left recorded in the writings of both Democritus and Plato, without a door of imagination and excitement of something similar to frenzy.